Morning everyone. On today's video, ESK8, I'm doing a bit of a nostalgia trip. I grew up in Harpenden, more importantly Batford, the kind of, I suppose, the council estate side of Harpenden, and I'm just taking a trip back to the Nicky Line in Harpenden. And it's about, I think it's about 7 miles. I've got a Evolve fast charger now, so apparently at the end of the 7 miles there's a Costa coffee, so I'm hoping to be able to pop the Evolve on charge and then go back the other way, so a total of 14 miles. But we'll see how we get on. I just started on the descent down to the Nicky Line. It's not where I thought it was. I think there is another part which I remember as a kid, which is near Batford Way more than anything, and that's where I thought I was going to start, but actually that was the bit I think that run to Luton. So I'm keeping the speed to, I don't know, approximately about 10 miles an hour, so nothing drastic, nothing fast, but if I keep it at that, I'm hoping that should eke out as much out of the battery as possible. There's no point going silly miles along here. There's loads of scenery to look at, and it's such a cool little route, and I've wanted to try it. And like I said, I haven't been here for years, literally years. I grew up in Ireland. Yeah, so this route is just really nice. It's enclosed forest, which is pretty cool. Okay, bit of a smaller path now, but keeping an eye on the roads just in case there's something that will throw me off. Woohoo! So you can obviously get through, I think you can get to the Nicky Line quite a few places along the route. Harpenden, Redbourne, Hemel, St Albans. It runs along the back of most of them, to be honest. It's a pretty straight route so far. A couple of miles in. I'm not on GT mode or anything like that, just a reasonable speed, nothing too drastic. The ground is getting a little bit more worse, gravity wise. Hopefully my tyre should be able to withstand it though, as long as I don't get any punches, because I've got no kits with me, and it's either a bus ride home or a train back to Harpenden, or a long ass walk. Okay, so they've made part of it like gravel, which isn't the easiest, but it's not impossible. It just might be a little bit of a hard 7 miles. I'm taking it easy along here, to be honest, because I don't know what the terrain's like. So this is part of the reason why I bought the Evolve, not necessarily the Evolve, but like an off-road board. It allows me to do more stuff like this, a bit more adventuring, a bit more going out other places that I couldn't normally do on my normal board, and just gets you out of the house for a day. So it says up here, Redbourne 1 3/4 miles, Hemel Hempstead 6 miles. Map of the old Nicky Line, which is really cool. So I think from what I remember reading, the line here was abandoned in 1859, I think I want to say, and it ran for a fair amount of time before they abandoned it and obviously opened up the main lines. So as you can see, an old signal post that's still remaining, which is cool. Look at this, nice open. So now this is where it does get rough, so actually off-road is definitely going to be the way to go rather than street. So we'll see how rough it does get over 7 miles. So some dog walkers out today, and some joggers on Friday morning. It's really covered actually, so even hopefully if it doesn't rain, but if it does, then it might be a bit covered. So they've actually made this into a proper cycle path, which is great. I mean, I don't know how far the actual cycle path goes, but if it's 7 miles between Harpenden and Hemel, it's great, and definitely one for future. Unfortunately, think you could do it on a street board, but it might be a bit rough, so actually off-road is probably the best way to go. So it's probably got to be a good 40 odd years since I've actually been along the Nicky Line. It's an old abandoned railway line that run from Harpenden to Hemel Hempstead. So, a little bit of word of warning, the Red Bull bypass is now in the way of the Nicky Line, which obviously it would be. So there's a busy road that you have to cross, so just be mindful of that. Just pick up your board or walk your cycle, whatever it may be, across there, because people don't signal for crap along there. But back on the trail. Old steel bridge, still on the line. That's it. A bit of an incline, let's go for it. Oh, we should eat this up. It's not in top GT mode, but does it. Hopefully get some regen on the way back. Note to self, even if it's not sunny, wear sunglasses to stop the lights getting in your eyes. If you are going to do this route, just be mindful that this was an old railway, which means there are still, to this day, old sleepers, old bolts from the sleepers, tree stumps right in the middle of this path some way. So if you're tearing it along, or even if you're cruising along like I am, just make sure that you keep an eye out for stuff on the path. Because a couple of times almost could become a cropper, but yeah, it's not too bad. You just have to bear that in mind. So, just for everyone's note, I'm on a Evolve Bamboo GT. It's meant to have a range of about 10 miles, but I think I've had about 9.5 out of it before on off-road. My battery has just gone to yellow, which is halfway, which is not too bad. I think it's only a few miles left to Hemel Hempstead, so I should be alright. And the idea being is if I can find a coffee shop, plug in, and then go back the other way. Otherwise, like I said, it's going to be a bit of a long ride on a train or a bus. Old railway tunnel or bridge. That's pretty awesome. Alright, let's find out. Let's find out how far we got to go to Hemel. Haha! Town centre, 2.5 miles. Bargain. So, 2.5 miles to go to Hemel Hempstead town centre. So, we have got more than enough battery left. And coffee, cake, and food, and a charge. So I've got my quick charger with me now. So managed to get one from Evolve after them being out of stock for a little while. Meant to be 80 minutes for a full charge. So bearing in mind I've probably got half, which should be enough to top up and then get back the other way. So yeah, here's hoping. So we've done it, 7.5, almost 8 miles to we're in Hemel Hempstead. I'm now on very low battery, so I need to find somewhere to charge. So I'm really on the last bit. Switch to eco mode. I've got, it says pretty much 0 range left. I'm still going, and I'm hoping that the Starbucks or Costa is just along here. So charged up, coffee, cake. And on the way back, got a mostly full charge, should be good with a bit of regen. And let's have a look, see how far we've got to go. According to that, 4.75 miles, which should be fine. Let's get cracking. So I had a little bit of range anxiety. I've got hold on a minute, coming into Hemel Hempstead, but literally this board was amazing. Done well over 8 miles, 8-9 miles. Got to the coffee shop, charged up, full charge again, good to go again. So I'm on my way back to Harpenden where the car is. So I reckon with some lights, it could be fun and a dangerous route at night. Definitely with a group, more likely. I just think it'll be a real deal coming along here with a group. I'm going to put up another event. I'm not sure when. I'm going to have a look at. It'll be a weekend, I think, next, like a Sunday morning or something like that. Try and get a few more people. I know there was a couple of people that were interested that couldn't make it today, so it'd be awesome to ride out with somebody else. And obviously check the weather, because obviously it's getting a bit colder now. Hopefully the rain stayed off today, which is good. So if we can get another non-rainy day and the path is dry enough, because it's largely covered over, but it still will get wet if it's been raining. So I'll put another event up and hopefully we can all join up. So heading back towards Redbourne now, back through this tunnel. This is quite cool. This would be quite good at night. You have to be really careful, I'd imagine, with this to make sure there's no debris on the roads. So check this out. Back at the signal. Ah, here's the old platform. That's the platform. That's the bit that I was missing. There's the platform. So on the way back, I've obviously zipped past the old platform, so I've now found it. So check this out. So that is what's left of the old Harpenden platform. There's not much left of it, and it's obviously buried along there, and then back. That would have gone back, and where these houses are would have been where the station buildings and all that sort of stuff is, and the railway track all the way along through here. So yeah, pretty cool. There's still a signal post at the end there, and this platform that goes along here. Okay, home stretch now, back to Harpenden, back the car. So not much battery left, but gonna open it up a little bit, not much, but cruising along about 13 at the moment, so that's good enough. It's a bit cold today, hence my fleece. Because I'm old, you see, so that's what happens. You get old and you decide to take up skateboarding, and then it's cold. Ugh. Me. So I've got to say, Nicky Line, Harpenden to Hemel Hempstead, you did not disappoint. This has been an absolutely awesome little adventure. I keep saying it, but this is why I love e-boarding now, and even more so now I've got an off-road one. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant fun. Anyway, I hope you liked that video. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you for my Patreon supporters. If you want to check that out, please do. Until next time, see you again very soon. Bye bye. And that's the walk back up to the road.